The Bitcoin market is now experiencing some extremely momentous developments. I have a lot of information to share with you at this time. So, I'll be discussing the political climate in Japan and Hong Kong as well as the United States in 2024. This will be the subject of our commentary. What happens in times of crisis for cryptocurrencies? Is the United States in danger of going broke again? And more breaking news. So now we know what to look for in times of political upheaval and conflict. At the video's conclusion, we want to discuss this more. This includes the current state of the crypto market in addition to Russia and Ukraine. So, as always, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. This is not a recommendation for a financial advisor. So, without further ado, let's watch the video. This long-term positive indication for cryptocurrency is the first item I wanted to share with you. Hong Kong's HSBC branch is now offering Bitcoin services. And you all know that Hong Kong is a hub right now. It's becoming louder. And as the US market takes the difficult path of regulation and lawsuits, Hong Kong is raking in huge sums of money from the crypto business. In fact, the largest bank in Hong Kong has apparently just launched its first local cryptocurrency services. Therefore, HSBC, the Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation, now lets its customers trade ETFs based on Bitcoin and Ether. This is very thrilling at the moment. That means even more cash is finding its way to Hong Kong. The kicker is that that's good news for the market price of cryptocurrencies in general. Once again, we urge for the opening of the financial system to cryptocurrencies. That's a promising first step toward attracting institutional investors to the cryptocurrency sector in Hong Kong. Some of Japan's lawmakers are among the world's brightest, too. According to this, the Japanese government's tax agency has implemented new tax laws after revising its corporate tax guidelines. Paper gains in cryptocurrencies are not subject to the 30% crypto tax. And I find this quite astute. Again, if you're conducting DeFi transactions, you're doing a lot of different deals, which is why complying with these idiotic crypto regulations may be one of the most difficult things to do with crypto if you reside in a nation where you're supposed to. When dealing with other altcoins, things can get chaotic, convoluted, and out of hand very quickly. If you're not careful, you could end up as a tax black hole that you have no idea how to calculate. Token issuers in Japan are no longer required to report and pay corporation taxes on any gains they have made in Bitcoin that they have yet to cash out. Also, it states that prior to this law, taxes were paid on gains that had not yet been realized. Therefore, it represents a positive development. But what we want to see is something like Dubai's system of taxation, where there are no taxes at all and no need to keep records, since that's what we'd love to see here. Keeping accurate tax records in the crypto space is quite challenging, therefore I think it's important that they understand the practical considerations involved. But what do I utilize in the cryptocurrency market if you guys want some assistance with your crypto tax returns? I am keeping track of coins. I've got a link to it, so it's all okay. You can save money by signing up for a free account, which you can do if you want to give it a try. But if you want to save a ton of time, there's really only one way to accomplish it: hook up an API. So, I resort to application programming interfaces for this. It's a huge time saver for me. That's essentially what happens when you use it on a cryptocurrency exchange. Transactions are recorded automatically. You can use it for tax preparation assistance, as it contains APIs for virtually every cryptocurrency exchange on the market. Up next, for those countries currently filing tax returns. Robert F. Kennedy, who has previously called CBDCs instruments of oppression, now wants to pass legislation in favor of Bitcoin. So, yes, I do enjoy this. The things Robert F. Kennedy is saying right now are very appealing to me. He's making all the proper arguments. Is he trustworthy in every way? Only time will tell. But he makes it clear he is against centrally bankered digital currencies on the grounds that they are inherently oppressive tools. So, gentlemen, sound off in the comments. Think the government would use this power responsibly? Keep in mind that the government receives this useful tool. The government basically has access to your financial records. They can track your financial transactions and see where your money goes. The worst-case scenario for some of these currencies is that you hand over control of your funds to the government and they can confiscate them, freeze your account, etc. One of Australia's major banks also experienced an outage yesterday. This is why cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others are so appealing. They enable decentralization, giving control back to the people and strengthening communities. And it is a means of evading governmental control. Although, fellas, Robert F. Kennedy is totally against CBDCs. How many of you disagree with him? Leave a comment below, and you can check out the evidence right here, too. Behind the scenes. The Swiss National Bank has announced a wholesale CBD pilot program that will use actual currency. Just be careful, fellas. Just be cautious if you're from Switzerland. Some tests are being implemented. And once again, if this is passed into law, it will be so. You guys already knew about it because we covered it here on the station. However, be wary of these CBDC price increases, as well as caution about imminent government action and entry into certain U.S. national debt. The U.S. national debt, as you may be aware, have they run out of money again? Look at this, then. Someone on Reddit recently pointed out that the U.S. national debt has increased by $700 billion in the 3 weeks since the debt ceiling was temporarily lifted. If the debt limit is constantly breached, then it seems pointless to have one. The limit has been temporarily raised to 32 trillion, despite the fact that it was only 31 trillion before. To confirm that this is indeed mooning, let's take a look right now. As a result, it still is. Moon. Will we reach significant debt thresholds, such as $35 trillion, $40 trillion, or $50 trillion? Who is footing the bill for this? The typical hard-working American is likely to bear the brunt of this debt on his or her shoulders. For the simple reason that I believe government expenditure is excessive. But you should be wary about that. That's why cryptography is getting a lot of attention these days. In the midst of global economic uncertainty, citizens in nations like Turkey are increasingly turning to Bitcoin and other forms of cryptocurrency to protect their wealth. And also, consider this. Binance has apparently changed its mind about delisting privacy cryptocurrencies in Europe. So, that's a positive sign. However, I believe that they have not yet finished delisting the rest of them. But you all are aware of these administrations. Why do they act this way? The signs are clearly visible. So, it's clear that they're searching for transparent CBDCs. What exactly do they despise? Many anonymity tokens are frowned upon by these institutions. You may have heard of Monero XMR, but are unfamiliar with other privacy coins. One of the major players in the crypto industry, then. Quite simply, I adore it. However, the governments are eager to outright prohibit it on the grounds that you pose an unacceptable security risk. And so on. Binance has rolled back its delisting of some, but not all of these coins. So, it is clear right now the prohibitions still apply to Beam, XMR, Mob-Firo, and Zen. They ought to be, in my opinion. They should be freely transferable between users. Why do we need the government to keep tabs on our every financial move? In my opinion, we do not. These privacy coins are awesome in my book, and I am a strong advocate for them. And also, consider this. So basically the Super Mario game you're playing right now is full with crypto virus that can be used to steal your cash. Or malicious software. Consequently, you should always exercise caution when dealing with crypto. Let's study it and find out more. Furthermore, it is written here. Malware that can steal cryptocurrency wallets and covertly install cryptocurrency mining software has been found in widespread distribution in a popular PC game based on Nintendo's Super Mario brand. Super Mario 3, Mario for All Time is the official title. Importantly, this is not a licensed Mario game and will not be published by Nintendo. Like a fan version, someone has just made it. That's how I interpret the situation right now. In addition, they crammed it full of malware, scamware, and other malicious software. So, what they're doing here is mining, and the device is equipped with mining software. So, in the background, there's a crypto miner that's using your computer and network to make money for other people. It's important to keep in mind that while cryptocurrency mining can be done for financial gain, third parties may also develop games that secretly mine cryptocurrency on your computer. Be wary of the possibility. In addition, a program known as Umbral Stealer has been embedded here. Its primary function is to steal data. In other words, everything from passwords and private data to webcam photographs and cryptocurrency wallet details is right there. Be extremely cautious when trading cryptocurrencies, guys. Be extremely careful about what you let into your PC at any one time. Use a reliable antivirus application and consider keeping your PCs physically apart. So, you have one computer dedicated to games and another dedicated to business and cryptocurrency. It's important to partition your machines. That's a possible step toward better cryptographic security. Furthermore, folks, let's discuss this as well. There have been major wars between Russia and Ukraine. There are indicators of what goes on at these times. Putin is visible in the background, just so you know. What did people do when they weren't sure what was going to happen during the massive internal turmoil in Russia? Take a look at this chart I made for you. In other words, US dollar Tether was actively traded. Tether, the third of the stablecoins, saw a significant influx of Russian rubles converted to US dollars during this time. During the brief Wagner revolt, Russians saw crypto and we saw a large march on Moscow by a private armed outfit. So you can imagine the influx of capital into Us.Thanks as Wagner advanced on Moscow. As a result, people stopped trading in Russian rubles and started doing business in US dollars. Once again, then, crypto facilitates access during hostilities. As a result, you won't just see this unfold in Russia, but in a variety of other nations as well. We are aware that there are countries on the verge of hyperinflation. Many people are frantically rushing to cryptocurrency exchanges to stock up on various cryptocurrencies in order to protect themselves from a potential catastrophic loss of money. If you hoard all your cash and your currency devalues, you won't have very much left. Many folks are merely attempting to preserve their financial status. This is precisely what many Russians did throughout the conflict, when their future was uncertain. And here's a tweet from Michael Saylor that you can see for yourselves. Bitcoin is an example of digital asset. And you'd be absolutely right about it. And if we take a look at the crypto prices today, we can see that it's been a bit of a mixed day, with prices generally remaining stable. But you guys know, what exactly are we trying to find on this channel, right? We are watching for signs of long-term strength in the market. Keep in mind that success in the cryptocurrency market, especially in light of current events, may not materialize immediately, but that a long-term perspective can pay off handsomely. And if we look at some of the crypto prices today, we can see that Bitcoin is up today while SHIB is down and Pepe is also down. Where, exactly, is Luna? Standard chair design. So, Luna Classic is also up 1.7% today. Even yet, I continue to have a constructive outlook on the cryptocurrency industry in the long run. Just let me know in the comments that you appreciate the large crypto news updates like the ones we've received today by giving this video a thumbs up if you are as well. See you later, bye.